When you're starting to feel burnt out mentally or emotionally spent, the first thing you hear is engage in self-care. That's easier said than done. Our 9 News psychology expert, Dr. Max, joins us now for this week's Mental Health and Me. And Dr. Max, look at you. Am I interrupting you? What are you eating? An apple?
Oh, I'm sorry. Am I on the air now? Yes, I'm eating an apple, Kim.
Okay. So this is a good thing? I should be doing this?
We should all be eating fruits and vegetables. Okay. Yes, absolutely. There, and you can combine it with other things. You can eat while you're working. That is absolutely okay. There's a brand new study out that was published in the Journal of Happiness Studies, which is, I think, the happiest peer-reviewed journal out there. And what it shows is that what we've known for a very long time is that being healthy definitely reduces problematic behaviors like depression. But what we don't know is what we haven't known for a very long time is what this new journal article shows. Eating fruits and vegetables and exercising actually increases happiness. It causes an increase in happiness. So that's what we got to be doing.
Okay, well, I hear about those runner's highs all the time. Personally, even when I could have been running, which my knees would never do it right now, I never felt that. So is there just something else? I mean, just the idea of moving, taking a walk. I mean, right now, to be fair, the weather is gorgeous. If you walk just around your neighborhood and you see the trees, you're like, yeah, this is pretty great.
Yeah, being out and outside helps, but honestly, running on a treadmill or walking on a treadmill and staring at a brick wall will give you that same happiness effect. And this is different than the amount of exercise that you need in order to be physically healthy, but really for that mental health boost, it's about 10 or 15 minutes a day.
Really?
Of moderately light exercise. Yeah. So even, like a walk around the block with your dog helps with that. You can walk and eat an apple at the same time. And that's a 2-for-1 punch.
Your hands get a little sticky, but it's all good.
That's right.
Let's talk about gender differences too, though. Generally speaking, men and women react differently when it comes to self-care and feeling burnt out and everything else.
Yeah, absolutely. And what the study showed, and these are generalizations, so it's not true for everybody. But what the study showed is that men are much more likely to be willing to exercise. Women are much more likely to change their diet and add fruits and vegetables. So what I get from that is, if you are trying to encourage yourself to do something healthy or trying to encourage a family member to do something healthy, pick the one of those that you think they're going to be most likely to be able to implement easily. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's a walk around the block. Maybe it's, an apple or some green beans at dinner. That whatever is easiest is definitely the best way to start.
That makes sense. And we know there's a lot of harmful impacts of diet culture, if you will. So what's the best way to kind of preserve your mental health while also making some positive changes so you're happier?
Yeah, that's a great question. And the key is to plan ahead and to not be too hard on yourself. Both exercise and eating healthy, like, getting more fruits and vegetables in your diet, it takes some planning ahead. It's much easier to swing by the drive-through or DoorDash fast food, at the end of the day. So if you can take some time at the beginning of the day to plan things out and say, this is when I'm going to get outside for a short walk or a short jog or lift some weights, whatever, or this is what I'm going to be eating tonight with dinner. That's going to be really healthy, and it's not going to put too much pressure on you.
Yeah, and maybe you could even get a little peanut butter or caramel to dip in the apple.
It doesn't hurt. And anything that increases your fruit and vegetable intake is a very good thing. I tested this out this morning. I was able to get about 150 steps in while walking in a circle in my kitchen and eating an apple. So it's possible to do this in little bits throughout the day.
Okay, well, there's your second apple of the day. Thank you, Dr.
Exactly.
Max. Thank you.